Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a divine masculine, what's your energy? And it's going to be for Virgo today. Okay, so I did Aries, now I'm going to do Virgo. I'm kind of going to jump around like that just so that it's a little bit fair to everybody, to get kind of a reading, because normally, it's Aries to Pisces, and then that could take forever. So I'm trying something new here and just seeing with jumping around if that makes any difference. Okay. Virgo. So we're going to have 3 cards from each of these decks, and then we're going to do a tarot reading. Okay. So with that being said, let's cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space here and get into this reading. Also, if you're interested, I have in my kind of like bio on my YouTube channel a link for tarot readings. You can get 66% off with that link. You could join to be a member for the members only reading as well. And that will give you access to more like pay what you want readings, and members, you can have 50% off, but instead of the 50% off, you could use the code Halloween at checkout to get that discount instead. Okay. And yeah, I'm just cleansing the cards, the energy, and the space here. Cleanse the cards, the energy, in the space. Okay. Cleanse the cards, the energy, in the space. Spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I ask for you to join me today in this reading for Virgo. And we're going to start with the 3 cards from each deck. So what is it that Virgo needs to know for their divine masculine energy? What is it that Virgo needs to know for the divine masculine energy, please? What is it that Virgo needs to know for their divine masculine energy? Okay. What does Virgo need to know for their divine masculine energy, please? What does Virgo need to know for their divine masculine energy, please? Okay. What does Virgo need to know for the divine masculine energy, please? What does Virgo need to know for their divine masculine energy, please? Okay. All right. And then for their gods and titans, what is Virgo's message for gods and titans here? What is Virgo's message for God and titans, their divine masculine? What do they need to know? What is their message here from the gods and titans deck? What do they need to know for their divine masculine? What is here in the gods and titans deck for their divine masculine that they need to know, please? Okay. So that's what I got for you. We won't do these cards right away. We're going to move on to these cards. Okay. So what is it that Virgo needs to know for their divine masculine energy? Okay. What is it they need to know for their divine masculine energy? What is it that Virgo needs to know for their divine masculine energy? Okay. What is it they need to know here? What is their divine masculine energy currently in? Okay. What is Virgo's conflict currently in their divine masculine energy, please? Okay. Conflict. What are the negatives affecting Virgo's divine masculine energy? What is the negatives affecting the situation here? Okay. And then what are the positives affecting the situation here? Okay. And then what is the neutrals affecting the situation here, please? Okay. And then what is kind of like the solution, device, outcome, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So Virgos, you have here the World card, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the High Priestess in reverse. So for some of you Virgos, I definitely see you kind of in a peace energy, but a lack of giving in exchanges. And then definitely not standing in your masculine energy or feminine energy. I actually see you out of balance here with something in your energy. Okay. So you may feel kind of at peace about a situation, but I definitely see out of balance energy. Okay. What is your current conflict going on with yourself? The Page of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse and then the Sun card in reverse. So this is telling me, Virgo, that some of you may be trying to get foundations figured out, a lack of interest in something, and then definitely not seeing something clearly. Okay. The positives affecting the situation is the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So what I see here is some of you are seeing the negative aspects of your divine masculine energy. Some of you are seeing the toxic part of it. Okay. The Eight of Swords in reverse, you do realize you're the only person holding you back in this. Okay. And then the Seven of Swords is you kind of needing to look within and not really like listening to outside voices, but like looking within, not shouting at yourself, but like kind of looking within, if that makes sense. Okay. The neutrals affecting the, did that make sense? Did I do that correctly? I don't know. Sorry. I just like dropped a whole bunch of cards here. Okay. So that was, what was that? The energy, the conflict, the negatives. Okay. The positives. So that was the energy, the conflict, the negatives, the positives. Okay. So, oh, definitely missed. Yeah. Okay. Definitely missed that. I don't know how I missed that, but I missed that somehow. Anyways, that was the, hold on, something's wrong here. The energy, the conflict, the negatives, the positives in the situation. Okay. Queen of Swords energy, seeing the truth in the situation. Hermit, looking within, kind of leaving hermit mode now, and then walking away from what doesn't work for you. I don't know if that makes any sense. Negatives. So this is the positives. Okay. Sorry about that. I got really confused there. Okay. So the Queen of Swords energy for the positives is you not really leaving the situation, but you are seeing like truth and clarity. Okay. The Hermit is leaving that introspection. Okay. And the Chariot in reverse is acknowledging that there's stuff that you need to work on. Okay. The neutrals in the situation is the Six of Cups in reverse. So you're not really, you're kind of being a little bit pessimistic, and it's saying you need to be a little bit optimistic. You're refusing for the Tower to fall too. So that's kind of like at some point this is going to happen whether you like it or not. And then the King of Wands is a lack of independence in that divine masculine energy. So some of you have like some fears in that you need to work on. Okay. With the Lovers in reverse for your outcome, I do see a little bit of lack of love for self in this situation. The Knight of Pentacles will be slow moving energy to kind of heal whatever it is that is in your divine masculine that's causing issues. And the Knight of Wands in reverse is a little bit of lack of dependence. So I do see some of you needing to connect with other people to kind of help you, like spiritual guidance or counseling or whatever, because something definitely is bothering you. Okay. So next we have the cards here, and they say healing in reverse. So some of you are avoiding healing. Okay. You need to change that with the change card, and you will see success with that. Okay. We next have the Leo, I will, the 9th house, faith, and then the North Node, life's purpose. Okay. And the Leo, I will. So this is definitely needing to be like, I will make changes. The 9th house in reverse. So you do have a little bit of lack of faith in yourself. And then with the North Node, life's purpose, some of you don't really have a direction on where you want to go or see a life purpose. Okay. I also want to let you know if you have a North Node in Leo or in your 9th house, there could be some kind of message in there where you have a little bit of conflict with your masculine energy, but it could just be a conflict that's affecting your masculine energy. Okay. Finally, we have Odin in reverse, Prometheus in reverse, and then Vulcan. Okay. So we're going to start with Odin. Okay. Guidance. So that says guidance. So I do see some of you having like a lack of kind of guidance or feeling a lack of guidance and not exactly knowing where you should go right now. Okay. So with the Odin, I just want to see like Odin is, you know, the god, right? So let's find out. So he's kind of like the chief god of Norse mythology, right? Chief, right? He's the All Father, the king of all the gods. He rules Asgard, right? He's complex. He's associated with war, death, magic, poetry, and wisdom. He's a tall old man, flowing beard, one eye, sacrificed for wisdom. He's often shown wearing a cloak, hat, etc., etc. Odin is, etc., etc. Odin is accompanied by his 2 ravens, okay? Human thought and moon in memory, and his 8-legged horse. He has 2 wolves, Gary and Frankie, okay? Valhalla, he rules over Valhalla, okay? Fallen warriors are taken to feast, prepare, right, for right narc, whatever that means. Okay. So what this is telling me is you may be lacking a guidance. Some of you may be looking for kind of answers in spiritually, okay? Or seeking some kind of connection energy is kind of what I'm seeing for some of you, okay? You have then Prometheus in reverse. So Prometheus, and that is altruism, okay? So, and that is, Prometheus is a Titan, okay? So he was a Titan and a champion of humankind, okay? So he stole humanity, creating humanity from clay and stealing fire from the gods to give to mortals, okay? So kind of like Aries. So if you have Aries and you're watching this Virgo reading, there might be something in here for you, okay? Some of you I'm seeing with that Prometheus energy, okay? Altruism or whatever it is. Altruism. So some of you are acting selfish, okay? Not selfless. Altruism would be selfless. So some of you are acting kind of selfish in situations and not really listening to the whole picture and just being very one-sided. So that is something. And then you have Vulcan, inventiveness, okay? So who is Vulcan? God. Vulcan is the Roman god of fire, volcanoes, and metalworking. Okay, well that makes sense, right? Let's see. What about him that we can find out? Okay, so god of fire. So obviously, if you have an Aries in your placements, this might actually resonate with you. Okay, so a creative power of forging, metal, crafting tools, weapon. His symbol is a blacksmith hammer. He's got a temple, okay, so yeah, really he is the god of fire. Okay, so pretty much that's all I really got there. I see some of you maybe need to work with your hands to kind of get that creative flow going. That might help your divine masculine. With that inventiveness, some of you may need to create is kind of what I'm getting, and that's what I'm seeing that will help you. Okay, that's all I really got for you, Virgo. Apologize if this didn't resonate. If it did, great. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and goodbye now.